in Parma and really watched Tom Lombardo's Eagles play at their, I want to say at their best, because I'm sure Coach Lombardo would say, yeah, we could still play better, but perhaps their best overall effort of the season as they beat Medina on that particular night at Byers Field. Final on that one was 41-6, and in that game, you saw all facets of the Eagle attack working beautifully as they were able to get Danny Enovich running early and running often. And Christian Ramos had a terrific game throwing the football. Joel Castleberry maybe had one of the key plays of the game with a kickoff return to help set up a touchdown. And then defense, you hold down a Medina offense that had been playing as well as any team in the state of Ohio in terms of passing offense. And the Eagles just, quite frankly, shut them down and did not allow Drew Allard to do anything on that particular night after that opening drive when Medina took the ball down the field and scored. After that, St. Edward pitched a shutout. And so the Eagles, we said, well, geez, if they play like that, look out. And we had a feeling that they were going to get tested no matter who they were going to end up playing. They dealt with Upper Arlington last week in the state semis, and we remember saying it was going to be them or Pickerington Central, and it was going to be a battle. And this is where sometimes Northeast Ohio teams, think about Menor when they've gotten past that big regional final hurdle and capture Region 1, and then stumble in the state semis. And, after a sluggish start, the Eagles did what they had to do last week, and they went out and beat Upper Arlington in Mansfield 16-10. So 14-1 and here and trying to win their 5th state championship, and their 5th going back to 2010. I mean, this has been, dynasty is an overused cliche and things like that, and certainly we talked about Hoban last night, and we'll talk more about Kirtland tomorrow and what they've done. But since 2010, they've won a championship in that year, 2014, both under Rick Finati. And then Tom Lombardo comes in and wins a championship in 2015 and again in 2018. We were here for that particular night, and there's a consistency of excellence year in and year out now with this program. And a year that saw them go 14-1. The only blemish was an overtime loss to Archbishop Moeller. And ironically enough, that's the team that I think everybody thought that the Eagles would have to deal with here tonight to win a state championship. But the Springfield Wildcats had other ideas, and they edged Moeller last week in Sydney in the state semis 22-21. And so Springfield here in the state championship game for the first time in school history. But here's the kicker with that. Yes, it's their first state championship game, but their head coach knows a lot about winning and winning in the big time. I was in Massillon 10 years ago when Maurice Douglas led Trotwood Madison to the Division II state championship. They beat a very good Avon team that night, 42-28. Maurice Douglas played in the NFL for 11 years. But ironically enough, he played in the NFL for the Bears and the Giants. He was drafted a year after the Chicago Bears won the Super Bowl, that great 85 team with the terrific defense. And then he joined the New York Giants after Bill Parcells won 2 Super Bowls. So he never got a chance to win a Super Bowl, but he did win a state championship at his alma mater at Trotwood Madison. And now tonight, he's going to try to lead this Springfield Wildcats team to their first ever state championship. As we kind of go with a little tail of the tape with these two teams, let's tell you more about Springfield. As again, we'll get to St. Edward here in a minute, a little bit more detail. But the Wildcats, from an offensive standpoint, very potent, averaging 30 points a game, and they're very balanced. And that really starts with the quarterback. Tayshawn Smoot has had a great year as a thrower, 67% completion percentage, over 2,600 yards passing, and 20 touchdowns. As a runner, he'll presumably get to 1,000 yards for the season tonight. He's got 960 yards rushing and 22 more touchdowns. So Smoot has accounted for 42 touchdowns this year for the Wildcats. And he's got a variety of targets to work with. Anthony Brown and Sean Thigpen have both received for over 600 yards. Thigpen 675, Brown 719. And then you also got Dalen Bradley over 700 yards receiving. So, it's a very balanced receiving core. And when they do run the football, you've got Ramon Browder, Javen Norman. They've been using Delian Bradley, they call him Duke, lately as a runner, and have had some success doing that. So you can't. It's not quite like Medina or something where you key on one guy. You've got a lot of different weapons to come at you tonight. And it's going to be a big test for the Eagle defense if they can, again, like what they did a couple weeks ago, get pressure on the quarterback, especially from their ends, Michael Kilbane and Wyatt Gideon, and kind of seal the edges and not allow Smoot to be able to create on the run like he's been able to do so well this season. Defensively, a little scouting report on the Wildcats. We just got done doing a game featuring two teams in Chardon and Baden who were allowing 7 points a game. This Wildcat defense is also very, very good. They're allowing 6.9 points per contest this year in their 14 games, 13-1. Like St. Edward, 14-1. It's one loss on the year. The defense for the Wildcats shut out the opposition in 7 out of 14 games. 10 interceptions, 31.5 sacks as a team. So, they've got some explosive players. Bradley, the aforementioned, we talked about him as an offensive player, but Delian Bradley has 5 interceptions on the defensive side. Javian Norman will be a guy to keep an eye on as a linebacker. He's got 10 sacks. So he'll try to get into Christian Ramos's way here tonight and try to disrupt the Eagle offense. But this is a formidable defense that Maurice Douglas will bring to the table. And Maurice Douglas was a great defensive back, so he prides himself on defense, and he's going to want this to be a defensive battle tonight for his Wildcats. Now, how about a little bit more about the Eagles as we kind of recap and look at them? As we said, 14-1. They only lost to Moeller, and the thing that's, again, struck me was that the way that when we saw them 2 weeks ago, it was a team effort. But offensively, 39 points a game, 352 yards of total offense. They don't make a lot of mistakes. The turnover margin is good at +9. They can run the football with Danny Enovich. And Christian Ramos, when teams try to kind of take away the run, Christian Ramos has more than proved this year. He is a very, very good throwing quarterback. Over 2,000 yards passing and 20 touchdowns. And when we saw St. Edward 2 weeks ago, it was Ryan Miklich who really provided the receiving spark for the Eagles. He had 3 touchdown catches in that game, including one down the seam, a long one that really kind of, I think, took whatever starch the Battling Bees had and pretty much knocked it out of them, the last one. And Miklich is somebody that the Wildcats are going to have to pay attention to. You've got Rayshawn Manning, Connor Goodall, Jackson T. Miller. I mean, it's a very, very good receiving core for the Eagles. And then when you go to defense, as we mentioned, to me, it's the ends and the cornerbacks that we're going to be watching tonight. Michael Kilbane has 16 sacks this year. Wyatt Gideon has 9 sacks this year. And St. Edward, when they beat Medina a couple weeks ago, it was really on the strength of their ability to cover those Bees wide receivers and be physical with them and not allow them to get separation. Joel Castleberry had a good game that night, and Carlton Landingham, could have been your MVP, had 2 critical interceptions in the first half to thwart any kind of a Medina drive. And, we'll be looking for those 2 tonight. If St. Edward is able to succeed defensively, they're going to need their corners to continue to play good, tough football. Springfield won the toss and deferred to the second half. So that means we'll see the Eagle offense first. Let's go ahead and give you the starters while we have just a couple minutes here before kickoff. We'll have the anthem coming up here in just a bit. Christian Ramos, the senior, 6'2", 200 pounds, will start at quarterback for the Eagles. Danny Enovich is the running back. Enovich over 1,400 yards rushing, averaging 6 yards per carry and 20 touchdowns. He's also caught 2 touchdowns this year. It will be Connor Goodall, Rayshawn Manning, and Jackson T. Miller as the wide receivers. When they go to a tight end or that Y formation, they'll use both Brad Delphia and Ryan Miklich in that scenario. Miklich is the better receiver, and Delphia at 6'4", 215 is the guy to help block and create holes for the running backs. And then on that offensive line, Joey Lavelle at left tackle, 275-pounder. Alex Castros at left guard. Ricky Wolverton at center, 298 pounds. And then you get more beef on the right side, Gio Kennedy, the 275-pound right guard. And Ben Roebuck, 6'8", 320 pounds. And he's only a sophomore. Tom Lombardo gets him for 2 more years. Tom Lombardo, this is his 7th year at the helm of the Eagles. As a coach for St. Edward, 75 wins, only 14 losses with 2 state championships. And then when you add on his time at Lake Catholic and also at Highland, Coach Lombardo, 164 wins and just 52 losses in 18 seasons. On defense, Springfield will operate with a 3-4. Jokel Brown and Jackson Helms are the defensive ends. Taiwan January is the nose tackle. Taufik Jabbar and Tyron Barnes on the outside linebackers. Kevin Fair and Javian Norman, the inside backers. Aaron Scott and Micah Johnson at corner. Christian McMillan and Duke Bradley are the safeties. And again, Springfield coached by Maurice Douglas, his 8th year with the Wildcats, 21st overall. And as a head coach of Springfield, 47 wins, 31 losses, 149 and 89 overall. And like Coach Lombardo, again, he has a state championship on his resume. Tayshawn Smoot will start at quarterback for the Wildcats. Ramon Browder will be the running back, although we'll see a lot of Javen Norman as well. Anthony Brown, Sean Thigpen, Dalen Bradley, and Dominic Turner are the wide receivers. And we're going to have the national anthem. We'll get you the rest of the starters here in just a second as we get ready for kickoff here at Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium. Springfield Marching Band providing the national anthem for us here at Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium. Springfield, your home team tonight. St. Edward will be the road squad. Just the rest of the starting lineup here. Vashawn Washington at left tackle, Tayden Harper at left guard, Brandon Talo at center, Creighton Munchow at right guard, and Zieron Woodruff is the right tackle. Yeah, 285, 248, 218. There's a freshman. Talo's a freshman, actually. Munchow, 252 pounds, and Woodruff, the 260-pounder. St. Edward with a 4-2-5 defense, although they'll shift and move things around with linebackers when they need to. Again, the aforementioned Gideon and Kilbane are your defensive ends. C.J. Harvey and Matthew Ottoman are the defensive tackles. This has got a fun message from Tyler Carey. Jeremiah Ratcliffe and Zion Freer-Brown are the 2 linebackers for the Eagles. Joel Castleberry, Carlton Landingham at the corners, Cam Drury, Jack Riley, and Ian Fairfield at safety. We'll see a lot of Dantes Howard tonight, too. And Howard had a big game, I thought, when we saw the Eagles a couple weeks ago in Parma. I thought Howard was another player that really came up big for the Eagles on that particular night. So we are just about ready to roll here at Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium. All right, I'll do it right now, TC. For my man Sean Dunnigan, who I also gave, you can tell, by the way, Dunnigan got a plug in my conversation with Mitch Hewitt, so you can tell him that. You can catch after you enjoy all the wonderful play-by-play of this game. You can watch the highlights tonight on What's Next on Channel 3 News at 11. Sean Dunnigan told me to say that, our great producer. And speaking of great, the great Al Pulowski, I believe, is doing the anchoring because Donovan and Camino are both on vacation this week on the Browns bye week. That's the way it should be. Yeah, good crowd for both sides here, as you would expect. Eagles and the Wildcats. Again, for St. Edward, this is familiar ground for them. For Springfield, this is their first time ever in a state championship game. Amongst those back deep to receive, Joel Castleberry. I would not advise to kick to him. He's a very, very good returner. And the funny thing, we did the game that Friday 2 weeks ago, and then I'm grocery shopping a day or two later, and I see Joel's dad at the grocery store, and we end up sitting talking football for about 15 minutes. All right. Cole Yost will kick it off for Springfield. Division I championship game is underway. Castleberry will make the catch at the 10. Probably should have let that ball go out of bounds. He goes to the 20, out to the 25, and Joel will be brought down near the 27-yard line. The ball looked like it was sailing to go out of bounds, but Castleberry wanted to bring it back, and he takes it just past the 25-yard line. And that's where the Eagles will get things started here in this final game of this triple header Friday here at Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium. Clinton Massey captured the Division IV championship in a wild one against Ursuline, 29-28. And then, as you heard with us, Chardon champions again in Division III. They beat Baden 21-14. Now St. Edward will try to make it back-to-back from Northeast Ohio on the first down. Here's Enovich, big carry to the 50. He goes to the 40. Enovich is off to the races with one man to beat at the 10, 5, and down to the 1-yard line. 72 yards on that scamper on the first play from scrimmage by senior running back Danny Enovich. First and goal, Eagles at the 1-yard line. 72 yards on the game's first play. I think that was Micah Johnson who brought him down. No, it was actually Aaron Scott to prevent the touchdown for the moment. Ramos ready. Enovich to his right. Enovich gets the carry, cuts inside, tries to get to the goal line and won't make it. And he'll be brought down shy of it. And it'll be second and goal. Yeah, no rest for Enovich. Stay in there, Danny. As Miller comes out, Miklich checks in. Second and goals. We're just underway here in this Division I title game. Ramos in the pistol. Enovich to his left. Second and goal from the 1. Ramos going to keep it. Enovich blocking in front of him. Can he get in? No. Can't quite budge. There's Jokel Brown and Taiwan January. Those two big defensive linemen helped to plug the hole. Third and goal. Yeah, just no separation there. Brad Delphia was trying to move his man left, and nice job by the Wildcats to hold their ground. Third and goal from the 1. Enovich stands behind and to the left of quarterback Christian Ramos. 3 receivers in the ball game now. Third and goal. Enovich again cuts back to the right. Can't get in. January got a hold of him and put him down. Fourth and goal coming up. Well, I'm absolutely sure Tom Lombardo is going to go for it here. So Enovich stuffed on first down. Ramos on second down. Enovich down on third down. Eagles, 4th and 1. 4th and goal at the 1-yard line. Manning will flank out wide right. Enovich to the left of Ramos. Can the Eagles punch it in? Ramos, student body left. And did he get in? I don't think so. Tried to knife his way in. He did not make it. A goal line stand by the Springfield Wildcats after Danny Enovich set them up first and goal at the 1. Eagles go 4 plays, 0 yards, and the Wildcats will take over at their own 1-yard line. Daly and Bradley, they call him Duke, one of the 2 Bradleys on this team, made the tackle. As, just kind of knifed in and got Ramos by the knees and prevented him from getting into the end zone. Smoot and the Wildcats now on offense. Smoot about 5 or 6 yards into the end zone, and he's got Browder to his left. From the 1, 1st and 10. And before we can start, flag down. Play clock was at 0. So delay a game. The ball will go ever so slightly towards the goal line, and it'll be 1st and 10.5. Wildcats have 3 receivers out there. Smoot ready. And he'll send Norman out as a receiver. So 4 wide receivers. Smoot from the end zone. Looks to throw. Has a man open. Norman's got it at the 25 and takes it to the 30-yard line. And immediately the Wildcats out of the hole and have a first down. 29 yards on the pass from Smoot to Javen Norman, his 7th catch of the year. And a first down. And Norman was coming out of the backfield and just kind of found himself almost on a wheel route. Wasn't quite like it, but with a big gainer to get the Wildcats out of the hole. Now Springfield 1st and 10 at their own 30. 9:08 to go, first quarter, no score. As Tayshawn Smoot looks to throw on first down, fires one deep right. He's got a man open. It is caught at the 40 of the Wildcat, over the Eagles, I should say. That's Anthony Brown. And he'll fall ahead to the 37-yard line in a first down. Castleberry back on the coverage. 2 quick passes from Tayshawn Smoot has moved the Wildcats about 60 yards down the field. That one, 33 yards on the pickup. So a 29-yard pass to Norman, 33 to Brown. 2 passes, 62 yards, and immediately Wildcats in St. Edward territory. Now they'll shift to the pistol with Norman standing behind Smoot. Fake to Norman. Smoot wants to throw. Rolls right. Being chased. Here come the Eagles, and they'll knock him out of bounds at the 40-yard line. Wyatt Gideon will get credit, I would think, for the sack there as he kind of pushed him out of bounds on the roll there, and it will be a loss of about 2 or 2.5, 2nd and long. Bunch of huge plays. Yeah, give Gideon his 10th sack of the year. Smoot will look over to the sideline to get a play call. 10 seconds on the play clock. On a 2nd and 12 from the St. Edward 39-yard line. Here's Smoot with time. Steps up. He can run. Look out to the 35, to the 30. Little hook slide. And he'll be brought down short of the first down. He needed to get to the 27. And looks like I'm going to mark him at the 30, so it'll be 3rd down and 3. Anthony Brown will flank out wide left. He's out there. Dalen Bradley's out there. I believe that's Thigpen out there as well. So 3 wide receivers on 3rd down and 3. Springfield with the ball at the St. Edward 30. Here's Smoot. Quick drop, fires, pass caught, first down. That's Anthony Brown's got it, and he'll be brought down at the 24-yard line. Gain of 6. That's more than enough for a first down. That'll keep the chains moving. Drive that started at the 1-yard line after Springfield with a goal line stand following a 1st and goal at the 1. St. Edward could not get in the end zone on 4 tries. Chance of defense over on the far side by the St. Edward faithful. As they'll go on the ground. And not a whole lot of running room. Jeremiah Ratcliffe comes over and makes the play as Tyron Barnes was getting that carry. And Barnes maybe got back to the line of scrimmage. Not a lot of room there. And again, Ratcliffe able to finish off that play. 2nd and 10. Also credit Zion Freer-Brown and Michael Kilbane on that stop. 2nd and 10, ball at the left hash at the Eagle 24. Smoot will go with 4 wide receivers right, 1 to the left. Empty backfield. He's got time. Fires left side. Pass incomplete at the 10-yard line. Looked like Jack Riley was over there on the coverage of the intended receiver as he's trying to throw to Sean Thigpen. So that's going to be now a 3rd down and 10 from the Eagle 24. About halfway through this first quarter, no score. The Eagles couldn't cash in. Springfield trying to get themselves into the red zone. Smoot, quarterback draw, and the Eagles are ready for it on 3rd and 10. And they smother him after a gain of about a yard. 4th and 9 from the 23 coming up. I saw Matthew Adam in there, kind of submarining the play from his defensive tackle spot, but the linebackers really came over to kind of finish that off. 4th and 9 for the Wildcats. As Delian Bradley's in the game, keep an eye on him. He is a weapon out of the backfield. 4th and 9 from the 23. Smoot, and we've got whistles and flags before we can get this play off. It might have been another delay of game. Now, this time it was a false start, but it's a penalty against Springfield. So instead of 4th and 9, make it a 4th and 14. Move it back to the 29-yard line. Yeah, you're still too close. You're still going to go for it. You're too close to punt it here, but it'll make it a little bit more difficult now. Smoot will have Bradley to his right, 4 wide receivers, 4th and 14 from the Eagle 29 for the Wildcats. Here come the Eagles on a blitz, I should say. Pass is dropped at the 16-yard line. Well, they had Castleberry coming in on the blitz. Smoot got the pass over to, I believe it was Brown, but could not make the catch. If he makes the catch, he still has to kind of spin around and get a couple of yards. But the Eagle defense able to tighten up and get the hold. Yeah, Anthony Brown just could not pull in that pass. And we will have the TV timeout with the change of possession. 5:14 to play first quarter, no score. Both teams moving the ball down the field, but struggling, certainly in terms of St. Edward, struggling when they got the ball to the 1-yard line and not able to punch it in on 4 opportunities from the 1. But after Springfield kind of flipped the field position and Tayshawn Smoot got them down the field on a couple of passes, the Eagles defense tightened up nicely and were able to get a stop. So 5:14 to go here in the first quarter, no score. And a chilly but very pleasant night here in Stark County. Mother Nature's held off, no snow, no precipitation. To this point, we'll take it. Reminder, we will be back with you again this time tomorrow night. As we'll bring you the Division I state championship game. Kirtland will go for win number 56 in a row and state championship number 4 in a row in the Division V championship game against Versailles. And for Tiger Laverty, he'll be going for his 7th state championship. Our coverage will begin at 7:20 right here on WKYC.com. Also, be with you on our app. Hopefully get the Facebook bugs worked out, but it's our intention to be on Facebook and as well as YouTube. As Tyler Carey will join yours truly for the call tomorrow evening. So out of the timeout, Eagles back in possession in this scoreless ball game. 1st and 10 from their own 28. And on first down, Ramos will keep it. And, crossed the 30 and got absolutely smacked when he got to the 31-yard line. Javian Norman amongst those leading the charge. Now, there's a Javen. It's funny, I'm looking, it was like there's a Javen Norman and there's a Javian Norman. There's a difference. And there are a couple of Bradleys on the Wildcats as well. Also credit Christian McMillan. He's got a couple of tackles in this game coming up from his safety spot. So it's now a 2nd down. They gave Ramos 3 on that gain, so 2nd down and 7. And Christian will roll right, throws, pass is caught. Miklich has it at the 34-yard line, and a fine open field tackle by Springfield. Just looking at that, it was again Christian McMillan. Boy, we have called his number a lot here in the early going. Went low and took out Miklich's legs and didn't allow him to turn it upfield. So it's a short pickup. Only a gain of 3 for Ryan, and it'll be now a 3rd and 4 for the Eagles from their own 34. Ramos looking left, throwing left, and that pass is going to be caught on a rolling catch and a first down at the 42-yard line. Connor Goodall with his first catch of the game. And move the chains, and it's a first down. Nice patience by Christian Ramos as he had trips on that left side, and will slant route for Connor Goodall, and the senior gets the first down. Manning will join him out wide left, so 2 receivers now on each side. Enovich in the backfield, and he will get the carry on first down. Cuts back at the 45 and out to the 49, and 7 more for Enovich. 2 carries for Danny Enovich. He's got 79 yards. Tell you, I'm sure they wish he had 80 yards. He came so close to getting a touchdown, and credit Aaron Scott as Enovich will get it again, running to his right, cuts back inside, very close to the first down marker, and he'll surge ahead and get that first down into Wildcat territory at the 46-yard line. Credit Aaron Scott, the cornerback, who didn't give up chasing down Enovich and made the tackle at the 1-yard line. And, those are the kinds of things that don't always show up on the stat sheet, but, Scott prevented a touchdown by that extra effort. Could come back very, very huge later in this football game. But a first down now for the Eagles as they are driving. And Enovich will get the carry again, and again able to kind of make a nice cutback move and get positive yardage down close to the 40-yard line. Good field. I mean, again, we saw it a couple weeks ago, just excellent vision for Enovich. And anybody ever question his speed, which you shouldn't do, but I'm sure on that 72-yarder, everybody got an eyeful of how fast Danny is in the open field. 2nd and 5 now from the 40. Enovich this time will go to the left and has some room. First down to the 35, to the 34, to the 33-yard line. Javian Norman will combine with Kevin Fair, the 2 inside linebackers, on the tackle. But another first down courtesy of the legs of Danny Enovich. Now it's the 1st and 10 from the 33. One more time. Here's Enovich again. And not a whole lot of room as he tried to work to the outside on the left, maybe a yard or so to the 32-yard line. Again, Javian Norman on that tackle. Enovich now 8 carries for 97 yards here in this first quarter. We're down to 1:30 to play here in the opening quarter. No score here at Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium in Canton. It's Division I state championship game. 2nd and 9 now for the Eagles. Enovich to the right of Ramos with 4 wide receivers, including 3 on the right. Ramos throwing right And pass is caught. Miklich has it and brought down at the 26-yard line. That's a gain of 6 on the quick completion from Ramos to Miklich, and it will set up a 3rd down, and we'll call it 2 with 1:08 to go here in the first quarter. Ball now at the Wildcat 25. And you're very close now to Dakota Jonke field goal range. 3rd and 2. Ramos faked Enovich, rolling left. Now rolls back right, chased from behind, able to turn the corner, gets the 1st down and runs out of bounds at the 17-yard line. Christian Ramos with some fine running, as just could not find anybody downfield to throw to, and kind of figured out, look, if I'm going to get if we're going to get the 1st down, we're going to have to do it with my legs, and he figured the best way to do it was to turn the corner to the right. So you move it ahead now to the Wildcat 17, and it's a St. Edward 1st down. 59 seconds to go here in the first quarter. In a scoreless ball game, shotgun for Ramos. Give, Enovich, has room to the 15, outside to the 10. He's to the 5, cuts back in, and scores! Danny Enovich, touchdown, St. Edward. That time, instead of getting 16, he got 17 as he punches it in for the touchdown, and the Eagles have drawn first blood with 51 seconds to go here in this first quarter. That drive, 72 yards on 11 plays, took 4:23 off the clock, and a good dose of Enovich, but Christian Ramos, with his passing and his running, did a lot of the dirty work too. Here's the extra point. Weston Jonke's kick is up, and it's good. 7-0 Eagles. Danny Enovich in the first quarter, 9 carries for 115 yards and a touchdown. And it's not just a 72-yarder. You take you could be like Butch Davis, and, well, if it wasn't for the 72-yarder, we'd have this. He'd still have 8 carries in the first quarter for, 43 yards. So he's getting it done. And Christian Ramos passing on that drive was 3 out of 3 for 18 yards. A couple of them to Miklich. And so it's now 7-0 Eagles. As I think it'll be Dakota Jonke to kick it off. They have both him and Weston available. And Dakota will do a lot of the long-distance place kicking. And then you've got Weston as the extra point kicker. Barnes and Norman are back deep to receive for the Wildcats. I'll tell you, after the way things started and the Eagles not able to convert after having 1st and goal at the 1, and it looked like the Wildcats were going to come down and have a 99-yard drive to answer, to get the stop and then to put together another nice drive and this time cash in. It's big for the momentum. As this kick by Jonke will be returnable at the 2. And that's Barnes out to the 15, to the 20, and to the 21, to the 22. And that's really about it. Good coverage on special teams by the Eagles. And we'll see the Wildcats now 1st and 10. I think they actually gave Barnes an extra yard there to the 23. 44 seconds to go in this first quarter, 7-0. St. Edward on top. Tayshawn Smoot will bring the Wildcats on the field. He'll have Javen Norman, a sophomore running back, to his left. 4 wide receivers for the Wildcats at the 23 on 1st down. Smoot on that first drive, 3 out of 5 for 68 yards, and he wants to throw in 1st down. Rolling right, chased, throws, and it's incomplete at the 30-yard line. Was throwing it for Dalen Bradley, pretty well covered by Joel Castleberry. It'll be 2nd down and 10. And the Eagles with 126 rushing yards, 8 rushing yards so far for the Wildcats. Did most of their damage on that first drive through the air. And Smoot will go with an empty backfield on 2nd and 10. 38 seconds now to go in this opening quarter. 7-0 in favor of the Eagles. And Smoot gets the snap, looks to throw, fires one low. It's caught. Norman's got it and immediately wrestled down right at the line of scrimmage. Well, I don't even think he may not even gotten back to the line of scrimmage. That was Jack Riley who knifed up from his safety spot to make the play. It's a loss of 1 back to the 22. Well, the problem was it was a low throw to start to Norman, so he wasn't able to kind of get that catch while he was in motion, and the Wildcats are going to let this clock run down here and finish out the first quarter. So 1 quarter in the books here in Canton. St. Edward 7, Springfield nothing. But yeah, half the problem was a low throw, and then the other half of the problem for Norman is he had Jack Riley on him very, very quickly. So 7-0 Eagles on the Enovich touchdown after 1 quarter of play here in Canton. Our coverage here of the state championships and all year long, the WKYC Game of the Week is presented by Chick-fil-A. Stop by your neighborhood Chick-fil-A in Cleveland, Akron, Canton, all across Northeast Ohio. Chick-fil-A, home of the original chicken sandwich. Eagles in that first quarter, 144 total yards. Springfield 75. Again, disparity, 126 rushing for St. Edward, 67 passing for Springfield. Time of possession, 7:08 for the Eagles, 4:52 for the Wildcats. And you add it all up. Oh, thank you. Yeah, Anovich, as we said, 9 carries for 115 yards. And you add it all up, and right now, it is an Eagle lead. Interesting, we talked about Tayshawn Smoot to start the game and everything he's done for them. Senior quarterback, 6'1", 185-pounder with his 42 total touchdowns this year. He's got 19 offers. Tyler Carey and I were researching it this week. He's got 19 offers from Division I schools, including all 3 service academies. So I don't know what that tells you. Not only are you a high-caliber athlete, but you're a high-caliber individual in the classroom, work ethic, and such. If the United States Military Academy, a.k.a. the Army, the Air Force Academy, and the Naval Academy are all interested in having you join their ranks. So it'll be interesting to see what Smoot ends up doing, but that's pretty impressive. I think some MAC schools have taken a look at him, and we'll see. It's pretty neat, though, to get that kind of interest from all of the service academies. We resume action. Smoot and the Wildcats will be looking at a 3rd and 11 after that tackle for loss by Jack Riley. Yes. Springfield will have it at their own 22 over on the left hash. Smoot will go to the shotgun. I believe it's Bradley to his right with 3 wide receivers. And as we begin the second quarter, Eagles with a 7-0 lead. Smoot, fires over the right side. It's deflected and incomplete. As he was trying to hit, I think it was Barnes he was trying to hit on a slant pattern, and it was deflected, and the Eagles actually had a chance to get the pick, it felt like. So another stop by St. Edward, and they'll have an opportunity here. And so it's Miklich, I believe, back deep to receive this punt from Cole Yost. Yost averaging 34 yards per punt this year. His longest is 56. And that's a high snap. It goes back towards the end zone. Yost picks it up. He's going to have to eat the ball, and it'll be a safety. That high snap, and Cole Yost realized, hey, listen, the best thing I can do right now is just pounce on it and get a safety, because if I try to punt it out or run it out, I'm going to get smothered, and I could end up costing my team 7. Instead, it's a 2-point pickup for the Eagles, who now lead 9-0. Yeah, I tell you, Jack Riley was bearing down on Cole Yost, and Yost made a very smart decision there to not try to kick it away or run out of it. And it will be a 9-0 Eagle lead now with 11:49 to play in the first half. You know, and we saw earlier in the Division III game, you know, a bad punt snap affected Chardon at one point in the game. They ended up having a punt for -1 yards, but this was much costlier, or much more costly, to be grammatically correct, as Springfield gives up 2 points, and now we'll have to boot it away from the 20. Castleberry on our near side amongst those back deep to receive. So the Eagles now in a nice position, a 9-point lead and probable good field position on the free kick. Yost on the tee from the 20 will get the kick in the air. Castleberry wants it, and he'll field from his own 27 with a hold of the 40, 45, and brought down just shy of the 50. They'll mark him down at the 49-yard line of St. Edward. So Joel Castleberry with a return of about 22 yards. And the Eagles near midfield will operate 1st and 10. As Connor Goodall will flank out wide right. 3 receivers in the game now. Delphia the tight end. Enovich gets the carry, swinging left side at the 50 into Wildcat territory, dragging a couple of blue jerseys, and they'll finally mark him down at the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on 1st down on some tough running by Danny Enovich. Oh, by the way, Tyler Carey just told me, yeah, of course we still care about scores, TC. Cavs leading the Wizards at the half, 65-46. J.B. Bickerstaff has the Cavs playing real well right now. 2nd and 5. Ramos will keep. Ooh, got his legs taken out from under him right as he crossed the 45 down to the 44-yard line. And I think that was Bradley who made that open field tackle. They'll actually spot it at the 43. So gain of 3 on that play. It'll be 3rd down and 2. $10:40 to play in the first half. St. Edward 9, Springfield nothing. 3rd and 2 for the Eagles at the Wildcat 43. Here comes Enovich, swinging left side, 1st down to the 40, inside the 40, down to the 39-yard line. 4 more tough yards for Danny Enovich and another 1st down. It was Joe Brown made the tackle. Enovich now 125 yards on 11 carries here in the first half with a touchdown. He and the Eagles now inside the Springfield 40. Ball at the Wildcat 38, right back to Enovich. Picks, weaves inside the 35 and down to the 33-yard line. It's not flashy, not like a 72-yarder to start the game. It's just good chunks, 5-6 yards, almost every play now for Enovich. And so mark it at the 33-yard line, give him 5 more. This time Ramos will keep it, and a good job staying home by the Wildcats as Javian Norman knifed up to make the play. Good containment by Helms actually by Brown on that right side. No gain on that last play. It will be 3rd down and 5 at the 33 for the Eagles. Just about 3 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. St. Edward 9, Springfield nothing. Goodall comes out of the huddle, and he'll go out wide right. Manning out wide left. And it's Miklich in the slot on the right side, and we've got whistles. And I think we're going to have a timeout taken by St. Edward. Okay, I couldn't see which way the official was pointing at. It will be an Eagle timeout. That'll be their first here of this first half. Springfield has yet to utilize a timeout. So far, Northeast Ohio this weekend at 1-1. Hoban trying to repeat last night in Division II. Fell to Winton Woods 21-10. And then a little bit earlier today, Chardon did make it back-to-back state championships in Division III as they beat a very good Baden squad 21-14. And Baden may have been without their starting quarterback, but they defensively were very strong today and gave the Hilltoppers all they could handle, but Chardon just, as they've done here for the last 2+ years, they just found a way. If you go to my Twitter account at Dino Cleveland, you can hear, and I think Tyler Carey's retweeted it on our Twitter site at WKYC. I talked to Chardon head coach Mitch Hewitt after the game. I also caught up with Sean Carr, who scored the game-winning touchdown for the Hilltoppers. Yeah, I mean, Mitch Hewitt just grinning from ear to ear, and he said, you know, after I clean up the garage, what are you going to do after winning another state championship? He goes, I'm going to go hibernate for a while because I got to clean out the garage and take care of the dog. And he goes, then I'm going to hibernate. Don't kid yourself. He'll have, there'll be time to celebrate and time to enjoy this, but the switch will be flipped very quickly towards 2022. All right, out of the timeout, 3rd and 5 for St. Edward at the Springfield 33-yard line. 3 wide receiver set for the Eagles. Anovich behind Ramos in the pistol. Fake to Anovich. Ramos looking left. Pressured. He'll tuck. He'll run to the 30. First down, 25. And Ramos will hook slide at the 20-yard line. And it's an Eagle first down. Again, Christian Ramos using his legs to keep plays alive. And gets about 13 on that run and a first down. And just like the way he's operating this offense once again. As he picks up 13 on that game. And now from the 20, Anovich. Actually, Ramos will keep it this time, I'm sorry, and he'll cross the 20 out to the 19, maybe the 18-yard line. Well, that fake fooled me. It did not fool Springfield. And it'll be now a 2nd down and 9. As Teron Holt made that tackle. Eagles will go trips left, 1 receiver right on the near side. That's Manning, 2nd and 9. Ramos on the shotgun, Anovich to his left. Ramos looks to throw. Plenty of time. Lofts one towards the end zone. Man is open. It is. Where's the indication? There it is. Touchdown, Eagles. Well, I was waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting finally to get the call, and it is a touchdown to Connor Goodall. And that makes it now a 15-0 St. Edward lead on a 19-yard touchdown pass. For Connor Goodall, it's his 3rd touchdown catch of the season, and for Christian Ramos, TD pass number 21. Yankee for the extra point. Ball is down, kick is up, and the kick is good. So that bad punt snap results in a nice little 9-point swing for St. Edward. They get the safety and then come right back on a short field and get the touchdown. Boy, looking at the replay, what a great catch by Connor Goodall. 8-play, 51-yard drive. Took 3:57 off the clock. And the Eagles looking very, very sharp offensively here in this game to this point. Say nothing of the fact that after that initial good surge drive by Springfield, Eagles have done a much better job defending the Springfield passing game with Smoot and company. Ben Lavelle will kick it off. And Barnes and I believe Norman are back deep to receive. And the ball will bounce at the 12, picked up. And Barnes will cross the 25, take it out to the 30, and be put down at about the 31-yard line. So Tyron Barnes with a pretty good return there, and the Wildcats will go to work now down by 16 here with 7:40 to go in the first half. And it felt like after that goal line stand by the Wildcat defense, you felt like they might strike first and grab the lead early. And the Eagle defense was able to get a turnover on downs, and since that point, they've not looked back. 16-0, St. Edward on top. At the 30, Smoot to throw in first down. Pass caught at the 34, and to the 35-yard line goes Sean Thigpen. But pretty good job in coverage there by the Eagles. As I say, Cam Drury, the first to get over there, make the tackle. And it will be now 2nd and 5. As Duke Bradley stands to the left of quarterback Tayshawn Smoot in the shotgun. 4 wide receivers on 2nd and 5. Now Bradley goes in motion. And Smoot looks right, throws right. Bradley's wide open at the 50-yard line. Goes to the 45. He's to the 40. Still on his feet and finally brought down at the Eagle 34-yard line. Yeah, again, and we saw it earlier on a pass to Javen Norman. They bring the running back just kind of quietly out of the backfield on those shotgun formations, and that time it was Dealey and Bradley. And immediately now, Wildcats in St. Edward territory at the 34-yard line. 31 yards on that hookup from Smoot to Bradley. Simon Freer-Brown made the tackle. And Smoot will roll left. Rolling, looking, firing, pass caught right at that first down marker. Great catch by Sean Thigpen as he went up high to make the catch. Cam Drury on the coverage, but that's another first down for the Wildcats. Mark it now at the 24-yard line, excuse me. Just inside the 24, actually. Smoot will position Dealey and Bradley to his right. 3 wide receivers right, 1 to the left. As back to throw, Smoot being pressured. Kilbane chasing him. He rolls right, throws, and the pass is caught at the 21-yard line, maybe the 22. That's Dalen Bradley on the catch. Short pickup of about 2 on that play. 2nd down and 8. But a lot of that credit to Michael Kilbane, just able to kind of get some heat onto Smoot and force him to roll to the outside and settle for a dump-off pass. 5:27 to play here in the first half. St. Edward's 16, Springfield nothing. Wildcats, however, are on the march now at the St. Edward 22. As Smoot will have 3 wide receivers all to the left and Bradley next to him in the backfield. And again, you have to keep an eye on that back, kind of making that late move out. Instead, they'll hand to Bradley, and he's going to get smothered in the backfield But, however, I think when he got smothered in the backfield, somebody may have grabbed his face mask when they brought him down. Flags fly, and we'll check on it here. It is indeed going to be penalty against St. Edward. I'm not sure. Yeah, the Eagles had been penalty-free up to that point. But that is going to be a personal foul face mask. Against the Eagles. So move it all the way up now to the 12-yard line and first down. And you may have seen, by the way, while we're doing this game, we also available on stream, the Chardon Hilltoppers have made their way back to Chardon High School fresh off their state championship. So check on that. Keep listening to us, but yeah, check on that. That's worth watching. Mitch Hewitt and company back home in Geauga County after another state championship. 1st and 10 at the 12 for Springfield. Bradley will get the carry, and he'll go up and over the 10-yard line down to the 9 for a short pickup. So let me pick 3-yard pickup, 2nd down and 7. Officials trying to get the clock organized. C.J. Harvey made the tackle. And it will be now 2nd and 7 at the 9. So the Wildcats can get a first down without getting a touchdown. Smoot gets the shotgun snap, being blitzed, fires towards the back of the end zone, and it's incomplete. Crowd for Springfield wants a flag. They're not going to get it. Pass was intended for Anthony Brown. And I got to tell you, I can understand the crowd wanting a flag, but the coverage there was pretty good, and it frankly was not going to be, it was an awful hard pass for Brown to catch. So it will be now 3rd down and 7 from the 9-yard line. Smoot will go with an empty backfield and 5 wide receivers. Got to get to the 2 for a first down, 9 yards for a touchdown. Smoot pressured. Kilbane chasing him. He's got a lot of room to the 2, to the 1. Did he get across the pylon? No indication. Nope, there it is. Touchdown. Tayshawn Smoot takes it in from 9 yards out to get Springfield on the board. It's now 16-6 as Tayshawn Smoot gets his 23rd rushing touchdown of the season. Man, what a weapon. Such a great dual threat quarterback. And much like we saw Ramos previously in this first half, you're able to keep plays alive with your legs, and then you're able to stretch. And he did a terrific job just kind of watching. And I think the officials may actually be reviewing this here. If you didn't see from earlier, welcome to the state championships. You can actually review. And I got to tell you, just looking at the replay from up here, I don't know if I see anything that will make them overturn the call. We'll see if we get a closer look at it, but it's hilarious. We go 15 weeks with no replay, and then all of a sudden, welcome to Canton, everybody. We can review. We can do replay reviews. Now, they have not shown us another replay on the scoreboard here, but again, like I said, the first one I saw, I can't imagine there was enough evidence to overturn it. Because literally he was doing a tightrope along the right sideline and just looked like able to get leg and ball across that pylon. But the officials will seek to ensure that by looking at the replay and talking. Actually, they're not looking at the replay. I think they're talking to a replay official up here on our level. And I say, hey, listen, you got the technology. It's one of the really advantages of playing at this stadium an NFL caliber stadium, I have no issue whatsoever with them having a replay review. Of course, as long as it doesn't take all night. But, no issue whatsoever with them ensuring one way or the other that the call's right. So, but I think now the crowd's starting to get a little restless. Oh, here we go. Let's see. Definitely got the first down inside the 1. Yep, and after further review, it's a touchdown. Yeah, like I said, I just didn't see anything that would make one overturn and say, no, that definitively was not a touchdown. So, Smoot with the touchdown run. That will cap off an 8-play, 70-yard touchdown drive for the Wildcats that took 3:39 off the clock and gets them on the board here with 4:01 to play here in the second quarter. As Cole Yost will come in and kick the extra point. This has been a bit of an adventure this year. Here's the kick. It's up, and it's good. Yost now 49 out of 61 on his PATs. So they've been a bit of it, like I said, a bit of an adventure this year, but he does have, just note this, if we get into a field goal type situation, Yost has hit a 43-yard field goal this year. So if he needs to, he can have some distance. The extra point, though, makes it now 16-7 with 4:01 to play in the first half. And keep in mind, Springfield won the toss and deferred, so they would start the second half with the football. So job one for the Wildcats will be to get a stop here and not allow this 9-point lead to get any wider. As the Eagles will set up their alignment to receive this kick. Castleberry had started out to the right, and then I think he just shifted over to the left side now. And also back there deep to receive. In the middle is Kyan Mason. So really now it's Mason and Castleberry. Kick is away, and it's going to be Castleberry with it at the 11. Joel goes to the 15, makes a nice cut at the 18-yard line, but can't get to the 20. We're going to get coverage downfield by the Wildcats. And it'll be 1st and 10, St. Edward. They've got 2 timeouts remaining, 3:55 to go in the second quarter, and the Eagles leading at 16-7. Eagles getting touchdowns tonight from Danny Yanovich. And a Ramos to Goodall touchdown pass, along with the safety. And then just a few moments ago, Tayshawn Smoot with Springfield's first score of the night on a touchdown run from 9 yards out. Ramos ready to go on first down, hands Yanovich. And Danny will take it forward to the 19, but that's really about it. Only about a yard or so on that pickup. They may give him the 20 to be generous. 2nd down and 8. Danny Yanovich now 14 carries for 132 yards in the first half. The way this game is going, he's going to just continue to get work. He might get 30 carries by the time this one's over. 2nd and 8 for the Wildcats. Shotgun, Ramos, pressured, rolls out. He'll run at the 20 and out of bounds at the 21-yard line. Has had some room, and then Micah Johnson from his corner spot came up and ran him out of bounds. Didn't allow him that time to turn it upfield, and it'll be 3rd down and 7. Clock stops, 3:11 now to play here in quarter number 2. And Wildcats sensing a momentum shift, trying to get their crowd here hyped up. Ramos ready to go with 4 wide receivers, 3rd and 7 for the Eagles at their own 21. Ramos rolls right, throws right, pass is caught, and Miller will make the catch at the 23-yard line, but really not go anywhere as Christian McMillan was on him quickly to make the tackle, and it's a 3-and-out for the Eagles. As Ben Lavelle will kick it away to the aforementioned Christian McMillan, who stands in single safety at his own 32-yard line. Low snap. Lavelle picks it up and gets the kick away. And it is going to roll, and then we'll let it bounce inside the 30, and they'll mark it. They're going to officially mark this thing. Right at the 30, I believe. First down from there. And actually, you know what? It wasn't McMillan who went back to receive that one. I think it was Anthony Brown who actually brought that punt back. So mark it right at the 30-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 from there. Springfield has all 3 of their timeouts remaining. And they'll start from the 30 with 2:33 to go. So this could really be a potential 2-for-1 situation here for the Wildcats. They can get something before halftime. Remember, they'll start the second half with the football. Tayshawn Smoot will go with 4 wide receivers. Bradley will stand to his left on 1st and 10. Smoot with time, fires, pass caught. Thigpen's got it at the 45 and brought down at about the 47-yard line. Sign Freer Brown on the tackle, but that's a first down and a gain of close to 17 on that pickup. Clock runs, 2:20 and counting to go in the first half. Bradley will move to the left of Smoot, 2 receivers to each side. Ball up to the 48. In motion is McMillan. As Smoot pressured, Kilbane coming in, he throws, and the pass, well, it was a joint catch initially, and then I think St. Edward came away with a pick. Let's see what the officials say. Yeah, Eagle football on the interception. I gotta look, was that? It was Landingham on the pick. Okay. Carlton Landingham with his 3rd interception of this postseason. We saw 2 of them against Medina, and that one he committed some larceny there as he took the ball away from Anthony Brown. And the Eagles will take over at their own 48 with exactly 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Boy, Landingham has had, I mean, all year he's been great, but he has been just tremendous in this postseason. Trips right, 1 receiver left, that's Manning. On the ground, it's Enovich to the 50, and then gets pushed back there after a short gain. 2nd down and 8 with 1:50 to go. Wildcats, again, we mentioned a minute ago, had all their timeouts remaining. St. Edward, 2 timeouts to work with here. Huge play by Carlton Landingham. This time Ramos will keep, and he'll dive ahead, and then lost the football as he was trying to dive ahead, and the Wildcats say they have it. Hang on. Yeah, the officials, I think, concur. Yes, it will be Springfield football. Back and forth we go with turnovers, and the Wildcats will have it at their own 48. As Duke Bradley came up with the fumble recovery. Wow. And so now we go back to this scenario where the Wildcats, with 1:29 to go, back on offense near midfield. Smoot will have Bradley, who just made that fumble recovery, to his left, and 3 receivers on the left side. And now Bradley goes in motion, out wide left as well, and he's open. Oh, Smoot didn't see him. Instead, he goes the other way and throws, and the pass is caught by Thigpen for no gain, kind of slid right at the line of scrimmage. And timeout taken by the Wildcats with 1 remaining. Oh, I got to tell you, folks, Tayshawn Smoot had Delian Bradley again sneaking out of the backfield and was operating as the deep man on the left side, and he was wide open. Instead, Smoot opted to roll right and throw a short pass to Thigpen. It'll be 2nd down and 10. So they'll say Jokel Brown forced that fumble on Ramos as he was kind of diving ahead. And again, Bradley with the recovery. 16-7, St. Edward in the lead with 1:20 to go in the first half. At halftime, we'll let you be entertained by the Springfield Marching Band. Chance to rest the vocal cords for a few moments, and then we'll be back with you for the first half numbers and get you ready for the second half of this Division I state championship game. St. Edward Eagles with a 16-7 lead over the Springfield Wildcats. So ball at their own 48. Springfield now with a 2nd down and 10. And they've got 2 timeouts remaining. Smoot to throw. Guns one over the middle. It is caught. Thigpen's got it at the 35-yard line for a first down. 17 yards on the pickup. Clock stops momentarily to move the chains with 1:13 to go. And I mean momentarily it stopped to move the chains. Smoot will move Bradley to the right, 2 receivers to each side from the 35 of the Eagles. Smoot ready with time. Throws left side incomplete at the 21-yard line. Was again trying to throw to Thigpen. Joel Castleberry was back on the coverage. You know who else was back there? They had Wyatt Gedeon kind of back playing in coverage from his end spot. 53 seconds to go before halftime. And it will be a 2nd down and 10 for Springfield at the St. Edward 35-yard line. Smoot gets that shotgun snap, throws left, pass caught. Thigpen's got it, immediately out of bounds at the 27-yard line. Gets 8 there, stops the clock with 49 seconds to go and brings up a 3rd down and 2. Tayshawn Smoot now 12 of 19 for 158 yards. That interception a few moments ago. He's also got a rushing touchdown. 3rd and 2 from the 27-yard line for Springfield, from the St. Edward 27 to be specific. At the left hash, Smoot gets the snap, being chased. Look out, he's going to be dropped back at the 41-yard line. C.J. Harvey. Got some help from his teammates there at the end, but he really led that charge. Kilbane kind of helped to finish it up. Timeout taken. Ball goes all the way back to the 41 for a loss of 14. C.J. Harvey will get his 8th sack of the year. Oh, big fella just was not going to be denied on that play. So it's going to bring up now a 4th down, 16 for Springfield with 40 seconds to go. Now, in this situation now, you would think you'd be best advised to punt the football. You know, and we talked about that a little bit earlier with Chardon and Baden. You know, you can't afford in a tight game, and it's only a 9-point lead, to lose the field position battle, especially with 40 seconds to go. You want to try to pin the Eagles inside the 20 and make them content to go into the locker room with a 9-point lead. That's how big that sack is. Because otherwise, let's say if it's an incomplete pass and it's 4th and 2, well, you could go for it, you could kick a field goal, you've got all kinds of opportunities, but not the case here. At the moment, Springfield looks like they're going to go for it, but watch a quick kick here for Smoot. 4th and 14, make them 4th and 16, at the 41-yard line. Empty backfield, 5 wide receivers. Tayshawn Smoot back to throw, looking, firing over the middle. It is caught at the 22-yard line to the 21st down. Brown's got it with 30 seconds to go. On 4th and 16, they pick up the first down and a gain of about 19. Actually, I think it was 21, and Smoot will spike it with 28 seconds to go. 1 timeout remaining for Springfield. Boy, that's a gutsy call. Absolutely, after you just took a 14-yard sack, and I think there's a flag down on the far side, by the by. And there's a flag down at the 30-yard line, too, so hold everything here. 21 yards on that last pass play on 4th down and 16. And you know what? It's Maurice Douglas having confidence in Tayshawn Smoot, saying, okay, if we don't get it here, I'm going to trust my defense. We'll keep it at a 9-point lead. But, if Springfield can maybe at the very least grab a field goal out of this, it will have been worth it. Now, let's check on the 2 flags. Again, there's one on the far side, one on the near side. And as one of those scenarios when you're trying to spike it, it's offsides against St. Edward because you're trying to get positioned after a big play like that, and not everybody is set, and thus, and we've seen this certainly in the NFL, but we've seen this in some high school games recently when teams are, going in the hurry up. They're crossing the defense up by getting to the line of scrimmage quickly and finding players out of position. So 26 seconds to go. 1st and 10 now first and 5 at the 15-yard line for Springfield. Now they're thinking right now, boy, we want to get a touchdown here and see if we can draw within 2 here. Smoot will go with an empty backfield and 5 wide receivers. On a 1st and 5 from the St. Edward 15, Bradley will go in motion left to right. So now 4 receivers on that right side. Smoot will go to run it, and he's going to get buried in the backfield back at the 23-yard line. Trying to cross him up on a QB draw, and C.J. Harvey was not fooled. Got some help from Gideon and Kilbane to finish off the play. It's a loss of 3, and Springfield will use their final timeout with 19 seconds to go. Yeah, just trying a straight QB draw there. And a good job by the defensive line of the Eagles to stand their ground for the loss. From here, it would be a 40-yard field goal. Because at this point now, you got to be smart if you're Springfield, because you try to do anything that's middle of the field, and you're going to have to hurry to try to clock it and spike it. It's 2nd down, by the by. Maybe you take a shot at the end zone here. But one thing you don't want to do is at least squander an opportunity to get some points out of this. Again, 5 wide receivers, 3 to the right, 2 to the left. Smoot ready. On 2nd down and 13, Bradley in motion, left to right. Smoot looks right, throws right. Bradley's open. He's got it at the 8-yard line. Can he get out of bounds? I don't think so. Now the officials will. I didn't think he did, but the officials will say he's out of bounds with 12 seconds to go, and he'll have a 1st down at the 9-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal from there. I'll tell you, Carlton Landingham did everything he could there with Guy Mason to keep him in bounds. 5 seconds, 4 seconds. Oh, wait a minute. They just started running the clock here, too. And now, there it is. Now they'll clock it. Now, they'll say there's no time left on the clock, but I think the official blew the whistle with 1 second to go. Well, St. Edward is running off the field. There's no way. There's no way in the world that this is and I know the crowd won't like it, but that's the right call. There should be 1 second to go. Yeah, the clock stopped to move the chains because Bradley got the 1st down, and then immediately the Wildcats had to get there, and Smoot was able to spike it with 1 second to go. So it'll be 2nd and goal from the 9. They're not going to try to kick a field goal here. They're going to go for the touchdown. And St. Edward will take a timeout here to make sure everybody's position where they need to be. Well, again, listen, Maurice Douglas has faith in his offense, and it was rewarded a few moments ago on 4th and 16. But, from the 9, you're talking this would be like a 26-yard field goal attempt just to get some points here before halftime. I'm surprised, but, when you've got Smoot who can do a lot of things as a thrower and a runner, I get it. Well, funny, now I see Cole. Well, I didn't see Cole Yost in there before. Now I saw him walking towards the field. So they may have thought better of this. And officials are like, chop, chop, guys, let's go. And, yeah, Yost now will come in to attempt a field goal. Yeah, sometimes I just think you got to play the percentages a little bit. Long way to go. That's assuming, of course, he makes it. Now, if he didn't make this, then, you can second guess all you want. Bradley will be the holder. At least I think that's Delian Bradley is the holder. Ball will be placed at the 16, so it's a 26-yard attempt with 1 second to go before halftime. Ball is down. Kick is up. Line drive kick sails wide left. And I'll tell you, it's not Yost's fault. That was a low snap, and it affected the timing of that kick. Well, okay. Now maybe I understand why Maurice Douglas initially wanted to go for the score, for the touchdown. So, Wildcats come away from that sequence empty-handed, but they head to halftime trailing St. Edward's 16-7 in a very entertaining first half here at Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium. Springfield's band will make their way on the field. That means we will step away and take a bit of a break. We'll come back, get you the first half numbers, and get you ready for the second half here in Canton. Again, your score at the break here in this Division I state championship game, St. Edward's 16 and Springfield 7. Enjoy halftime, everyone.
Fans, it's time now for the hometown ticketing halftime contest. Please give a warm welcome to Josh Cochrane from St. Edward's High School and Grant Palmer from Springfield High School. Each of our students will have an opportunity to attempt 3 field goals. The student that makes the most field goals wins a Raising Cane's gift card. Going first will be Grant Palmer from Springfield High School.
I didn't understand that either. Very strange.
And first hit through the uprights. And the second field goal attempt is also good. And Grant Palmer from Springfield High School is 3 for 3. Our second kicker from St. Edward's High School is Josh Cochrane. All right, Josh, you need 3. Josh is 2 for 2. And he's through on all 3 as well. Great job. job. We have a tie tonight. Each of our contestants made all 3 of their field goal attempts. Let's have a round of applause for Josh and Grant. They both receive a Raising Cane's gift card. Hey, let's have a round of applause for Josh and Grant. They're each going home with a Cane's gift card. Our thanks to Hometown Ticketing and Racing Cane's for their continued support of the OHSAA and Ohio's student athletes.
Tonight, the Marching Eagles transport you back in time with that 70s show. First up, a popular tune by the band Kansas. This is Carry On Wayward Son. Next, we feature our color guard with this ABBA classic. Feel free to get up and join in fun by dancing in the stands to Dancing Queen. visit from Elton John. The Marching Eagles leave you this evening with Saturday Night's All Right. Fly away tonight to another galaxy with the Wildcat band. There's glitter in the sky. The marching Wildcats are falling into rhythm as they break it down to Dua Lipa's top chart single, Let It In.
I hope you enjoyed the both the St. Edward and the Springfield bands here at halftime as we welcome you back inside the much warmer confines of the press box here at Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium inside booth number 8. I'm Dave Dinatale with you. It's our WKYC High School Football Game of the Week, State Championship Edition. Second of our doubleheader game here on Friday, as St. Edward in the Division I State Championship game on top of Springfield at the break, 16-7. As far as stats are concerned, first half, Eagles had 206 yards of total offense to 167 for the Cats. And 167 of those 206 yards were on the ground. So let's see, what else did we have here? 32 plays to 29 plays. Where's my, let's see here. Time of possession, 13:09 for the Eagles, 10:51 for the Wildcats. St. Edward had 3 sacks and 5 tackles for a loss in the first half. That's always a good formula for them. Individually, Danny Yanovich carried the ball 14 times for 134 yards and a touchdown in that first half. Christian Ramos, 10 carries for 33 yards. Ramos, a perfect 5 of 5 for passing, 39 yards and a touchdown to Connor Goodall. Ryan Miklich also with 2 catches. Tayshawn Smoot in the first half of 14-21 for 193 yards passing. Was intercepted once as he was picked off by Carlton Landingham. And running the football because of those sacks I mentioned, and they really didn't attempt that many rushes, but in the first half, Springfield had minus 26 rushing yards. Receiving-wise, Thigpen 6 catches for 58 yards, Brown 3 for 60, Bradley had 2 for 45, and Norman 2 for 28. The bad news for Springfield is Cole Yost missed a 26-yard field goal before halftime that would have cut that deficit down to 10. The good news is Springfield will start the second half with the football after winning the toss. Well, certainly could be a lot worse now, but this is what, St. Edward, this has been an Eagle-type game. They've been able to offensively to work things around nicely with Danny Yanovich, and defensively, Kilbane, Harvey, Gideon have all been factors thus far. So I think if you're Tom Lombardo, you have to be pretty happy with what you've seen out there, especially the way the game started. Yanovich started the game, the first play from scrimmage, with a 72-yard run to set the Eagles up first and goal at the 1. And St. Edward got no further. 4 straight times getting stuffed at the goal line. And, things like that can absolutely demoralize you. And they're actually showing highlights of the first half and just kind of seeing that again. It can demoralize you, but not the case with the Eagles. Defensively, they were able to kind of to get a stop on Smoot and company inside the 30-yard line. And, they got their offense cranked up, and they also, with special teams, picked up a safety. And that may turn out to be one of the big moments of this football game. A snap that went over the head of Cole Yost. Ended up Yost just smothering the ball in the end zone for a safety. And we'll see that comes out big later on. Christian McMillan is back deep to receive along with Tyron Barnes. As we begin the second half here in Canton, this Division I state championship game. First ever appearance here for Springfield, while St. Edward looking for title number 5 in school history. As Lavelle will kick it off, and we're underway here in the second half, and he'll angle it towards the right and keep it in bounds. It'll be picked up. Barnes has it at the 19 and brought down at about the 21-yard line. It's a nice kick by Lavelle, just kind of working it down that right sideline and giving his teammates a chance to really converge on Barnes and not let him get much of an opportunity to do anything with it. So we said, Tayshawn Smoot as a thrower in the first half, 14 of 21 for 193 yards, and he was intercepted on a great play by Landingham, but other than that, pretty impressive. As he'll get his team positioned and ready, they'll go with an empty backfield from the 21-yard line to begin the third quarter. 16-7, St. Edward leading. Smoot gets that snap, rolls right, looks, throws, pass caught at the 34-yard line. And that will be a first down. That will be a receiver we have not seen yet tonight. That's Edward Muhammad, a 6'4", 171-pound senior. First catch of the game, and it's a first down. Pickup of 13 on that completion. And again, same look with an empty backfield for the Wildcats. From their own 34, Smoot looking left, flushed, in trouble, and he'll be brought down by C.J. Harvey and Wyatt Gideon. Actually, they'll mark it back a yard to the 33. May end up being ruled as a sack, but C.J. Harvey is really having a monster game for the Eagles. So it's 2nd and 11 back at the Springfield 33-yard line. And that will be considered a sack Half for Harvey, half for Gideon. Back to throw, Smoot. Looks right, throws right. Brown's got it at the 44 and out of bounds at the 45-yard line. Jack Riley over there on coverage. That will be a first down for Springfield. Yeah, just when you think you have the Wildcats boxed in, Smoot comes up with a big play. Converted a 4th and 16 earlier in this game in the second quarter, and on a 2nd and long, finds Anthony Brown for a first down. Ball now at the 45-yard line. 3 receivers right, 2 left. It's been pretty much an empty backfield here for Smoot on the last 2 or 3 possessions. Brown will go in motion, and they'll fake a jet sweep. He'll keep it, and Smoot will be brought down to the line of scrimmage, if he's lucky. Dantes Howard charged in to make the play at the 44. Loss of 1, 2nd and 11. Howard will lock up against Christian McMillan, again in that 5 wide setup. 2nd and 11, Smoot looking, throwing, pass is caught into Eagle territory at the 46. A little shy of the first down as they'll actually mark him back towards the 48. As I believe it was McMillan on the catch, and Howard was on coverage. They'll give him forward progress to the 46, as I first thought, and it'll be a gain of 10 and a 3rd down and 1 coming up. Smoot on a 3rd and 1, quick throw. McMillan's got it at the 44, and that will be a first down. Quickly brought down. Howard and Landingham were over there on the coverage. Under 10 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter. And the Wildcats on the march now. They've got a 1st and 10 at the St. Edward 44-yard line. 3 receivers right, 2 to the left. Sounds like a broken record, but that's pretty much the way they've operated here. Tayshawn Smoot wants to throw. Pocket collapsing, rolling right. He'll run it and get back to the line of scrimmage and maybe about a yard further. Gideon and Howard running him out of bounds, but once again, C.J. Harvey disrupted the play. And Smoot picks up a yard there. Yeah, credit Gideon for the tackle. It will be now 2nd and 9. It's Tayshawn Smoot barks out the play. Play clock under 10. This time they'll go trips on the left side. From the 43 of St. Edward, Smoot drops, chased, Kilbane coming, flag goes down. Throw is almost intercepted. It's incomplete over near the 30-yard line. Brown was there with Landingham on coverage, but I believe you're going to have a holding coming up against Springfield. Yeah, I think whichever offensive lineman was guilty of holding on to Michael Kilbane. No, actually, I just saw it. It was actually they were holding on to Gideon. Both those guys are terrors for quarterbacks, but on that particular play, Wyatt Gideon was the one who's bearing down on Smoot. So that penalty will move it back to Springfield territory to the Wildcat 47 and make it a 2nd and 19. As Smoot chased, Gideon got a hold of him and put him down right about at the line of scrimmage, maybe a half-yard forward progress, and that's about it. But Wyatt Gideon, after being held on the previous play, comes up to make the stop after a gain of, again, about a half yard. It will be 3rd down and 18. Gideon's having a good drive. We just called his number for the hold on the previous play, and then he had made the tackle on Smoot right before it. I mean, Wyatt is everywhere right now. 3rd and 18 now for the Wildcats. From their own 48. Smoot rolling right, fires, pass caught at the 34 to the 31 to the 30, and a first down at the 29-yard line. Dalen Bradley makes that catch. And again, just when you think you have Springfield in a mission impossible down on a 3rd and long, Smoot connects to Dalen Bradley for a huge first down at the 29-yard line. That's a 19-yard pickup. From the 29-yard line. Back to throw is Smoot. Threw it over the middle. His receiver fell down. It's incomplete at the 21-yard line. I don't know if he was looking for Thigpen or looking for Bradley, but the intended receiver is still down. But I'll correct that last completion. It was a 23-yarder. And we'll see on the injured player. It is indeed Dalen Bradley, who just made the big catch on the previous play. He was running a slant, and you can hear the crowd in front of us not happy because as he was running the slant, Dontez Howard gave him a forearm shiver before the ball arrived. No call, and it'll be a 2nd and 10. And right now the most important thing for Springfield is just making sure that Dalen Bradley's okay. And he came off the field and now is flat on his back. Yeah, he is really, I just kind of watched him go down on his back, and yeah, he's not in a good way right at the moment. All right, back to action as they tend to Bradley. Smoot on a 2nd and 10 from the St. Edward 29. Looks, end zone, overshoots Brown. His intended receiver incomplete. Yeah, he had him there. Just could not quite make the connection. And it'll be a 3rd down and 10. Carlton Landingham was back on coverage. So it will be now 3rd down and 10 for the Wildcats. 7:16 to go in the 3rd quarter. Springfield's had the ball this entire 3rd quarter, but now facing a 3rd and 10 at the Eagle 29. Smoot to throw, being blitzed over the middle, pass caught at the 19-yard line, right at that first down marker. Big completion on 3rd down and 10. I think it's McMillan who came up with the catch as Dontez Howard was blitzing and made a big hit on Smoot, who got that pass away just in the nick of time. Sign Freer Brown was over on the coverage, but it's a first down at the 19-yard line for the Wildcats. Smoot backpedals, throws right, pass caught at the 14-yard line, and it's not, it's either Howard or that's Landingham. I think it's Howard who made the tackle as Dominic Turner gets his first catch of the evening. Final, by the way, in D.C., Cavs 116, Washington Wizards 101. Darius Garland nearly had a triple-double tonight. 32 points, 10 assists, 8 rebounds. Cavs having a monster road trip. Last completion was a gain of 4, 2nd and 6. Smoot rolling right, looking, throwing, and incomplete. Was throwing it in the direction. He's trying to see out the window here. I think he was thrown towards it was McMillan who's the intended receiver on that particular play. And it will be now 3rd down and 6. And I think we figured out on that previous sequence before halftime, it'll be 4 down territory if it comes to that. 3rd and 6. Smoot will go with 5 wide receivers, 3 to the left, 2 to the right, and the Eagles will take a timeout. With 6:02 to play in the 3rd quarter. St. Edward still hasn't had the ball in this 3rd quarter. I mean, this has been a long drive. This will be now the 15th play of this drive. Springfield has moved 64 yards in 14 plays. And part of it, you almost think, I mean, you're giving your defense a breather, but obviously you want to make sure, because this has been these conversions have been a problem. You give Springfield credit. They're 5 of 8 on third down conversions, 1 of 3 on fourth downs, and that fourth down conversion was a 4th and 19. Actually, I think it was 4th and 16, but it was 4th and really long, and they got a first down. So just looking down here. At the Springfield bench, and I think the good news is Dalen Bradley's okay after getting shaken up earlier in this drive. Well, one thing to note, the Wildcats are really emphasizing on the sideline the center to hold or snap in case they do want to try a field goal. Yeah, you imagine, you talk about what ifs. I mean, think of it right now. If it's 16-10, if you get that field goal before halftime, you'd have an opportunity to perhaps take the lead here. So again, it's a 3rd and 6 for Springfield at the St. Edward's 16-yard line. 6:02 to go in the third quarter, a 9-point Eagle lead. Dalen Bradley is in the backfield with Smoot, who wants to throw. Being chased by his ends, throws back to the end zone. It's intercepted. Intercepted at the 2-yard line and out to about the 8-yard line. And coming away with that pick. Yeah, I was saying, it looked like number 2 is Hayden Rice, who came away with that interception. Hayden Rice slams the door on that drive. The pass, boy, I'm trying to look where it was intended. I mean, he threw that kind of into double coverage almost, and Rice comes away with the pick, and the Eagles have it at their own 8-yard line. Anovich will get it on first down, running to his right, out to the 10, gets to the 15, and Bradley will run him out of bounds near the 16-yard line. It's a gain of close to 8 on first down for Anovich, picking up right where he left off. Now, you talk about demoralizing. You ate up half the clock of the third quarter, and you come away with no points. Second turnover of the game for the Springfield Wildcats. It's funny. We talked about it when Springfield had the ball before halftime, that you felt like there was an opportunity there for a 2-for-1. As Ramos will give, it's Anovich again. He'll get the first down across the 20, moves some would-be tacklers away, and gets out to the 25-yard line. Anovich gets about 9 on that carry. Move the chains and a first down. It was looking like it was going to be a 2-for-1 for the Wildcats. Well, they miss a field goal before halftime. They get the ball inside the 20 to start the second half and end up losing it on a turnover. Now Ramos goes to work, looks to throw, fires to the right, incomplete, and it's closer to being intercepted than anything else. Aaron Scott on the coverage of the intended receiver, Ryan Miklich, over on the left sideline. Second down and 10. Yeah, you got plenty of time if you're Springfield. You're down 9, but that's a tough sequence when you come away with those 2 opportunities with 0 points. And Ramos will give to Anovich. Anovich will take it out to the 29, maybe the 30-yard line, depending on the spot. Give Danny about 4 there, and it'll be 3rd down and 6. Taiwan January, senior nose tackle, makes the stop. Under 5 minutes now to play in the third quarter. And St. Edward looking at a 3rd and 6 from their 29. Ramos, fake, Enovich runs to the right, gets the first down and runs out of bounds at about the 37-yard line, maybe the 38. Christian McMillan ran him out of bounds, but Christian Ramos gets a big first down for the Eagles to keep this drive going at the St. Edward 37. Miklich comes out, Delphia back in, and the Eagles with a fresh set of downs. Shotgun for Ramos. Fakes to Enovich. Christian steps up in the pocket, rolls right, throws right, and Manning made the catch, and they'll say yes, inbounds. Makes the catch at the 45-yard line of Springfield. And a great job by Rayshawn Manning to get a foot inbounds for the first down. And also credit Christian Ramos for keeping that play alive as he moved to the outside. On the ground, and Enovich will have very little running room in that particular play, as Javian Norman will bring him down at the 44 for a gain of 1. Just watching that catch again by Manning. Boy, outstanding footwork. It was an 18-yard hookup. Second down and 9 after the Enovich 1-yard run. Brown made the tackle for Springfield as we're under 4 minutes to play in the third quarter. Ramos to throw. All kinds of time. Now he's pressured. Looks, throws, incomplete. Trying to get it to Goodall on a rolling catch at the 32-yard line. Well, he had a ton of time, and then suddenly that pocket closed quickly on him. Not sure. I think that may have been Holt who was coming in from the backside, and I hear some boo-birding from the crowd. I don't know if they wanted a crackback block or what there. Now we're ready to go. 3rd and 9, St. Edward at the Wildcat 44. Here's Ramos. Looks over the middle. Goodall has it. First down 35 to the 30 and down to the 29-yard line. Move the chains once again. Christian McMillan on the tackle, but Christian Ramos connects with Connor Goodall on a little slant pattern, and it's a gain of about 15 and a first down. Quickly, Eagles to the line. Here's Danny Enovich running to the right, to the 25, to the 24, maybe the 23. Got a little help from his teammates to push the pile ahead, and Enovich gets about 6 on first down. Yeah. Christian Ramos now 7 of 9 for 72 yards and a touchdown. He's also carried the ball 11 times for 41 yards. Second down and 4. So we're under 3 minutes now to play in the third quarter. Eagles by 9, and they're on the move. Enovich again cuts to the right, and he'll be brought down at the line of scrimmage. That was Javian Norman who came in and got him in the backfield. No gain on the play. 3rd down and 4, forthcoming. St. Edward's 16, Springfield 7 here at Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium. This Division I state championship game. Manning out wide right. And you've got Miller and Goodall wide left. Ramos going to roll left. Stops, throws back to the right, and I think incomplete. He was looking for Ryan Miklich cutting back to the right. Would have been a heck of a catch if he had been able to make it. I think Miklich came up a little bit sore after making that catch, or they attempted on the catch. Christian McMillan was on the coverage, and Tom Lombardo will send the offense back in here on 4th and 4. With 2:02 to play in the third quarter, Eagles looking to maintain possession here inside the Springfield 25 at the Wildcat 23. 4th and 4. Enovich to the left of Ramos. Christian looks to throw over the middle. Caught inside the 15, inside the 11, down to the 10 is Jackson T. Miller. He refuses to go down, and finally the officials say you're down at the 9-yard line. First and goal for the Eagles, and I think it's the first catch of the game for Jackson T. Miller. Senior wideout sets his team up first and goal at the 9. Yeah, just another accurate, on-point pass by Christian Ramos. First and goal at the 9. Manning out wide left. Enovich stands to the right of Ramos. Danny will get the carry. Inside the 10, inside the 5, to the 1, and he's in. Touchdown, St. Edward. A marvelous drive by the Eagles, capped off by a Danny Enovich 9-yard touchdown run. And with 1:20 to play in the third quarter, it's the Eagles 22 and the Wildcats 7. So after the interception by Hayden Rice, the Eagles go 92 yards on 14 plays. Take just over 4.5 minutes off the clock. Weston Yonke for the extra point. It's up, and it is good. 23-7, St. Edward with 1:20 to go in the third quarter. Danny Enovich now with 21 carries for 171 yards and 2 touchdowns. But again, a lot of that drive, credit to Christian Ramos, his running and his throwing. And in particular, his fourth down conversion pass to Jackson T. Miller to set up the touchdown. So it remains at this point a 2-possession lead for the Eagles at 23-7 with, to be precise, 13 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the game. One thing that scares you about Springfield is they can move the ball downfield in a hurry. Smoot has 267 yards passing for Springfield, but he's been intercepted twice, and none bigger than the one by Rice a few moments ago. And then St. Edward on a 92-yard touchdown drive. McMillan and Barnes back deep to receive. And again, they'll do a little pooch kick, and it's going to be caught by one of the up men at the 39-yard line, almost to the point where it gave you a look of an onside. That wasn't what it was, but it had that look there. And Springfield got Sean Thigpen on the front line to make the catch, and will start at their own 39. Wildcats, as he said, down a couple of touchdowns and a couple of 2-point conversions right now. And they'll start out Bradley in the backfield, and that's Daly and Bradley in the backfield with 4 wide receivers. From the 39, Smoot looks, guns one deep right, wants Brown and overshot him at the 25-yard line. Landingham and I think Mason both back on the coverage. And it'll be a 2nd down and 10. $1:15 to play here in the third quarter. 23-7 Eagles. Tayshawn Smoot ready. Trips right, 1 receiver left. Bradley in the backfield with him. Smoot to throw, plenty of time. Throws right, pass is caught. Out of bounds at the 46, maybe the 47-yard line. I think that's Thigpen on the catch. And it's a gain of 9. Sets up a 3rd and 1 with 1:09 to play here in this third quarter. That's the 8th catch of the game for Sean Thigpen. 3rd and 1 for the Wildcats. And if they don't get it here, do not be surprised if Maurice Douglas goes for it. 3rd and 1. Smoot throws right, pass caught. McMillan's got it for a first down into Eagle territory at the 47-yard line. Rice made the tackle for St. Edward. So we're down to a minute to play here in this quarter, the third quarter to be precise. There's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 1. Smoot is approaching 300 yards passing for the night, but his team is trailing 23-7. Play clock down to 10. 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. And Smoot looking left, throwing left. Pass caught over the middle. Thigpen's got it at the 30, down to the 26-yard line. Good open field tackle after the catch by Jack Riley to prevent Thigpen from busting it all the way. But it's another first down for the Wildcats at the St. Edward 26-yard line. This is not moving the ball between the 20s has not been a problem tonight for the Wildcats. It's been once they get inside the 30 or the 25 that they have struggled. They got 5 seconds to go before the end of the third quarter. Did they get it off? Yes. Smoot looking right, looking back left. Chased by Kilbane, throws, and the pass is caught at the 19-yard line. Be short of the first down, but it will set up a second down and short coming up. Thigpen with another catch. However, at the end of 3 quarters, St. Edward holding a 23-7 lead over Springfield in this Division I state championship game. Eagles trying to win their 5th state championship, and it would be their 5th since 2010. Their 3rd under the leadership of Tom Lombardo. But Springfield refusing to go quietly, and again, they've been down in this situation a couple of times here tonight. Turned it over on downs in the first half, missed a field goal before halftime, and then in what really could turn out to be one of the pivotal plays of the night, Hayden Rice intercepted Tayshawn Smoot at the goal line. It will be a second down and 3 after that catch. And by the way, Tayshawn Smoot now is indeed over 300 yards passing, 25 of 37 for 309 yards. Springfield, by the way, still with minus 26 rushing yards. And again, that's mostly because of the St. Edward pass rush. Danny Enovich, 21 carries for 171 yards and 2 touchdowns for St. Edward. While Christian Ramos, 8 of 11 for 86 yards and a touchdown pass. Total offense, 296 to 283 for St. Edward. Difference in this game, as much as anything else, 2 critical turnovers. One led to a touchdown for St. Edward. 18 minutes, 17 seconds on time of possession for Springfield. 17:43 for St. Edward. 4 sacks, 7 tackles for loss. And again, I go back to what we saw 2 weeks ago, much like that game against Medina. It's all facets working well for this Eagle team. Defense continues to make stops in the red zone. Offense has moved the ball beautifully tonight. And they got a couple of plays on special teams. All right, we start the fourth quarter. It's 2nd and 3. The give is going to be to Bradley. Tries to cut to the right side, nothing doing. He's going to be brought down for a loss. Just nowhere for Dealey and Bradley to go, running out to the right. Bringing the ball back to the 20. And that's going to be a loss of a yard. It's funny, I was watching, I think Matthew Outeman was being held and still got over to help make the play. 3rd and 4 from the 20. Eagles showing blitz. Here they come. Back to throw Smoot. Guns one to the end zone. It is caught. Touchdown. Despite the blitz, Smoot able to beat it and gets a touchdown pass to Anthony Brown. That will pull Springfield to within 10. I think that Dantes Howard coming in on the blitz and Smoot able to beat it on the TD pass to Anthony Brown. They'll go for 2 to try to keep this, actually to make it a one-possession lead with 11:21 to go in the football game. That's a great job by Smoot. Knowing the blitz was coming, knew he was going to take the hit, and delivered a strong, accurate pass. Now here's the 2-point conversion. Brown will go in motion. Smoot looking right, throws right, pass deflected and incomplete. Trying to get it, I believe, to Dominic Turner, and it was deflected on its way there, and so it's a 10-point lead for St. Edward. Jeremiah Ratcliffe was the Eagle who was able to get a hand on the ball and deflect it. And the Eagles lead by 10 with 11:21 to go in the game. That touchdown drive, 61 yards on 7 plays, took a minute 59 off the clock. So if you're Springfield, that's what you want. A touchdown drive that doesn't take a lot of time off the clock. But at some point here, they have to be able to stop Danny Enovich and company. They haven't been able to do that all night long. St. Edward will send Kyle Mason back there, along with Joel Castleberry. You wouldn't think in this scenario that the Wildcats would try an onside here with so much time left in this game. I know it's a 2-possession lead. And they're just going to angle it to the right. It's caught. I think Miklich has it at the 25, and he'll be upended at just shy of the 30-yard line. And it was indeed Miklich. And they'll spot it right at the 30-yard line, and that's where the Eagles will begin with 11:17 to go in the football game. Eagles 23, Wildcats 13 in this Division I state championship game. And one would expect, while the Eagles will not give up the run by the throw by any chance, we're going to see a lot of Enovich here. Ramos will keep it on first down and run to the left, gets to the 33, to the 34-yard line, and then as he went down, the ball came out. I think the Wildcats think they have it. Let's see if the officials concur. No. Well, no, they did. Initially, the referee on the far side pointed towards St. Edward, but now they're saying Springfield ball at the St. Edward 33-yard line. Oh, my, with 11:09 to go in the game. Just looking at it, Ramos had it stripped by Daly and Bradley. Duke Bradley, he made the strip and he made the recovery. And we said earlier, Bradley, he's one of those guys that stuffs the stat sheet with interceptions and tackles for losses and forced fumbles. And he made a huge play there for his team to keep Springfield's hopes alive. Wildcats now with it at the St. Edward 33, 11:09 to play in the game. After just getting a touchdown, Smoot ready to go. Dumps it out to Brown, who drops the football back at the 38-yard line and, wisely went to pounce on it just in case it was called a lateral. It's incomplete, 2nd down and 10. So make it a 2nd down and 10. 11:04 to play here in the fourth quarter. St. Edward 23, Springfield 13. After the fumble by Ramos, McMillan goes in motion. Springfield with new life. Smoot to throw. Being chased by Kilbane. Throws incomplete. And threw it basically into the St. Edward bench, but there were Brown was over there in the vicinity, and I think also Turner was over there as well, and it will set up a third down. Actually, they say Edward Muhammad was the closest receiver to the football. 3rd and 10. Smoot now 26 of 40 for 329 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 picks. He has thrived on these 3rd and longs tonight. 3rd and 10 from the Eagle 33. Smoot chased. Gideon's got a hold of him, puts him down. He threw it away. It should be grounding. We saw that earlier in the game. That should be an intentional grounding. There's no tackle box rule, as we found out earlier. If you're going to be consistent, yeah, there's the flag. It's the right call. Absolutely right. Wyatt Gideon was charging in on him, and Smoot knew it and knew he was about to take a sack, and you're hoping if you can throw it somewhere where one of your teammates is in the vicinity. Not the case, so you lose not only 15 yards, but it's a loss of down. Well, and you know what you love to see? You know, your offense just turned the ball over, and the defense comes right in and not only gets a 3 and out, but they flip the field position a little bit. It's a fine job by the Eagle defense. Cole Yost will go back to kick on 4th down and 30. Gets that snap and gets the kick away. Miklich calls for a fair catch and makes it at his own 17-yard line. 10:45 to play in the game. And again, kudos to the St. Edward defense. As that pressure by Wyatt Gideon not only was able to get the offense off the field for Springfield, but forced that intentional grounding penalty and helped to kind of flip the field position a bit. With 10:45 to play and a change of possession, it's apparently been declared the TV timeout. Here as we get one for each quarter. Second of our 2 doubleheaders. We want to thank, as always, our friends at Chick-fil-A. Game of the week, and of course our coverage this weekend of the state championships presented by Chick-fil-A, home of the original chicken sandwich. You can stop by your neighborhood Chick-fil-A in Cleveland, Akron, and Canton. And again, this time of year, I would highly advise get that peppermint milkshake. Get your chicken sandwich, but make sure you get the peppermint milkshake. I have it on good authority that this time of year, it's the right call. If you missed earlier, Chardon captured their 2nd consecutive Division III state championship as they beat a very good Hamilton-Baden team 21-14. Sean Carr gets the touchdown with just over a minute to play to propel the Hilltoppers to the title. Tomorrow, it'll be Kirtland's turn here in Northeast Ohio as the Hornets will face off against the Versailles Tigers. 7:20 will be our start time on WKYC.com. Yours truly, Tyler Carey, will have the call for you. 1st and 10, Eagles out of that stoppage in play. Ramos gives to Enovich, and Danny will be brought down right about at the 20-yard line for a short gain of 2. It'll be 2nd down and 8. Taiwan January makes the stop. It'll be a 2nd down and 8. Jackson Himes also will get some credit there. Those 2 big defensive linemen for the Wildcats. And by the way, Himes is only a freshman. 2nd down and 8. Ramos gives to Enovich, swinging to the right across the 20 and out near the 24-yard line. Before he's brought down by Kevin Fair. And it will set up a 3rd down and 4. As we go under 10 minutes to play in the fourth quarter, it's a 10-point Eagle lead. All right, now job one, get first downs and burn clock. Christian Ramos ready, gets the snap. It's a high snap. He pulls down, wants to throw, fires left side, and it is, do we have an indication, referee? Goodall looked like he was trying to make a rolling catch. And no, incomplete, finally. So it's an incomplete pass, and it's a 3-and-out for the Eagles, and Ben Lavelle will come in and punt the football away to Anthony Brown. Brown in single safety at his own 35-yard line, 9:27 to go. And again, you just say to yourself, Springfield's not going quietly. As Lavelle will get this punt away. End over end. Brown makes a running catch at his own 45, gets to the 50, breaks a tackle, and dives ahead to the 45-yard line of St. Edward. So very good field position for the Wildcats, who have all their timeouts remaining, 9:18 to go here in the fourth quarter, but they trail by 10, 23-13. You know, you talk about how big, again, how big is that safety that the Eagles got earlier in this football game? You know, because, you know, if it's, at the time, if it's 21-7, and then the Wildcats get that touchdown, they're not going for two at that point, and it's a one-possession game. Ball will be spotted at the 44 of the Eagles. Wildcats go to work. Smoot hits Thigpen, breaks one tackle, breaks two tackles, and finally Gideon and Freer Brown will bring him down at the 34-yard line. And Thigpen, the extra effort there, gets the first down. I got to tell you, Sean Thigpen is special. 6'4", 170-pound junior. 10 catches, 105 yards. So first down as Tayshawn Smoot gets that shotgun snap, looks to throw, fires one to the right. Brown's got it at the 23 and goes out of bounds for another first down near the 21-yard line. Now, the one thing now, they're trying to quicken things up a little bit so Tayshawn Smoot can get the ball away before Kilbane or Gideon can get in the backfield and disrupt him. So another first down. And it's now 1st and 10 for Springfield at the St. Edward 23. Smoot gets that snap and he'll run it to the 20, to the 17, to the 16-yard line. Dominic Sidari came over to make the tackle. And also over there for the Eagles, Torrey Williams was there as well. As Tom Lombardo's kind of trying to bring some fresh guys in, especially in the secondary. 7 yards on that gain for Smoot, 2nd and 3. Empty backfield. Tayshawn Smoot has 3 receivers right, 2 to the left, gets the snap. Rolling right, being chased by Harvey. Rolling, he'll tuck, he'll run to the 10 and go out of bounds at the 8-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal for the Wildcats with 8:02 to go here in the fourth. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line. Couple of nice runs for Tayshawn Smoot, who's now at 350 yards passing for the game on 28 of 42. And his legs have his team now set up 1st and goal at the 8. Trailing by 10 with 8:02 to play in the fourth quarter. A bunch formation to the left. One receiver near side right. In motion is Turner. Smoot will get the snap and he'll run it ahead. And he'll take it out to about the 5-yard line. Michael Kilbane makes the tackle. 2nd and goal coming up. Delian Bradley will check in and be the running back. He'll stand to the left of Tayshawn Smoot. Anthony Brown out wide right. 3 receivers left. 2nd and goal from the 5. Smoot gets the snap. Hands. Bradley spins and runs into about 6 white jerseys behind the line of scrimmage back to the 6-yard line. 3rd and goal. It's interesting that down here now in the red zone, it seems like the Wildcats gotten a little bit conservative. They've gone away from the pass the last couple of plays. 3rd and goal from the 6. Tayshawn Smoot ready for the snap. With 4 wide receivers, he'll look to throw. Dumps it out. Bradley's got it. Breaks a tackle at the 5, and that's it. Boy, he got away from Jack Riley initially, but was slow enough for the rest of his teammates to come over and finish off the play. Boy, and they actually say he lost a yard back to the 7. It'll be 4th down, and the field goal unit's going to come in for the Wildcats. Cole Yost missed a 26-yard field goal from a similar spot before halftime. Not all his fault, though. It was a bad snap and hold. Yost now, they'll spot it at the 14. This is a 24-yard attempt to make it a 1-possession game. Good snap this time. Good hold. Kick is blocked. Kick is blocked. And I think that was Joel Castleberry who blocked that kick. Yeah, it absolutely was Joel Castleberry. Well, there's the special teams play we've talked about when we talk about the Eagles playing complementary football. Special teams, and no surprise, Joel Castleberry comes away with the play. Looking at Tom Lombardo, they showed a replay. Coaches love to see special teams come away with impact plays. Now the offense back on the field. Here's Zenovich on 1st down from the 20-yard line. He'll take it out near the 22 for a gain of 2. We are under 6 minutes to go. And that could very well be the story of tonight will be the Wildcats' inability to score in the red zone. So many opportunities in this game. Just could not cash in. A couple of missed field goals, including a block kick. The Rice interception at the goal line. Now 2nd and 8, and Ramos is going to let some time run down here before he'll keep it and run it on 2nd down. He's got room to the 25, gets to the 31st down, and he slides down to stay in bounds at the 33-yard line. All sorts of kudos for Christian Ramos. Great run, great awareness, and the clock continues to move as we wind down towards 5 minutes to play. Gets the 1st down, and he knew right when he got the 1st down, okay, the one thing I don't want to do here is run it out of bounds, so I'm going to hook slide it. That's an outstanding play by the quarterback, Christian Ramos. And a fresh set of downs. Play clock at 5. Enovich gets the carry to the 35, to the 36-yard line before Jokel Brown makes the tackle. And Springfield will take the first of their 3 timeouts with 4:38 to play in the football game. Again, it's like a broken record, but right before halftime, Wildcats missed a 26-yard field goal. They had the ball to start the 3rd quarter, ate up about half of that 3rd quarter, drove it down, and Hayden Rice intercepted it and brought it back to the 8-yard line. And that set the stage for a 92-yard touchdown drive. And that really right now feels like the difference in this football game. Danny Enovich, by the way, now at 25 carries for 182 yards and 2 touchdowns. You just love the way the Eagles, it's the way they played a couple weeks ago when we saw the game against Medina, and similarly tonight, team ball. Enovich does Enovich things running the ball. Defense gets the stops when they need to, and Joel Castleberry makes another impact play on special teams. 2nd down and about 7. Enovich runs left to the 38-yard line, dives to the 39, but stays in bounds. Again, smart play by the Eagles. Clock still runs now, under 4:30 to play. And it'll be 3rd down and about 5. Bradley on the tackle. Springfield starting to really run out of time here. 3rd down and 4. Boy, Eagles, they could get a 1st down here. Really would put themselves in the driver's seat. From their own 39, Ramos on a delay, counter, gives Enovich, and he should have the 1st down as he dives ahead to the 43-yard line. Huge, huge pickup on 3rd and 4. Enovich gets the 1st down, and the Eagles can smell it right now. Ball at the 43-yard line. Needed 4, he got 4. 3:30 and counting to play here in the 4th. And before the Eagles can run another play, Springfield will take. Oh, no. They're going to review and make sure that Danny Enovich's knee didn't touch down before he got ahead to the 43-yard line. So we will have a replay review. Which for me is a water break. Again, we'll be back with you tomorrow night for the Division I state championship game. Kirtland Hornets and the Versailles Tigers. Kirtland riding a 55-game winning streak, longest current active winning streak in the country, 2nd longest in the history of Ohio high school football. They have won 3 consecutive state championships, including one in Division VI in 2018, but you count that, division in 2018, 2019, and 2020. They have won 6 state championships under Tiger Laverty. They'll look for number 7 tomorrow night. 7. Ruling on the field does stand, and it's a 1st down. Eagles 1st down at their own 43. 7:20 will be our start time for the championship game tomorrow night. Tyler Carey, with yours truly, Dave DiNatale, back here at Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium. So clock starts to move again, and the Eagles sitting in the driver's seat, 10-point lead and a fresh set of downs. And Springfield with only 2 timeouts remaining. In a pistol formation, Christian Ramos ready, gives to Danny Enovich, follows his blocks, and takes it to the 46-yard line. Springfield will take their 2nd timeout with 3 minutes to go. It'll be 2nd down and 8. It's just amazing to think that in the proud history of the St. Edward Eagles, they had not won a state championship prior to 2010. And now they're in a position with exactly 3 minutes to go, sitting very firmly on what would be their 5th state championship. You know, Rick Finati started this string with championships in 2010 and 2014. And Rick left to join, at the time, Jim Harbaugh's coaching staff up in Michigan, and now, of course, over at John Carroll doing great things with the Blue Streaks. But Tom Lombardo has stepped right in. Championships in 2015, 2018, and sitting very firmly on another one here in 2021. It's Springfield with 1 timeout remaining, 3 minutes exactly to go here in the fourth quarter. If the Eagles win, we'll head down on the field afterwards and get you some post-game coverage. Ramos will hand the ball to Danny Enovich. Cuts at the 50. Oh, nice move by Enovich and falls forward to the 49-yard line of the Wildcats. About 2 yards shy of a first down. It'll be 3rd and 2. But a nice cut by Danny Enovich, who's closing in on 200 yards rushing for the evening. Third and 2 for the Eagles. Clock down to 2:30 to go in the fourth quarter. 23-13, St. Ed on top. And on 3rd and 2, Ramos will keep it. He'll run to the right, dive ahead, inbounds, first down at the 44-yard line. McMillan makes the tackle, but again, it's just a heads up by Christian Ramos. Momentum, your DNA, your momentum, especially as a quarterback, is to, okay, go out of bounds. No. Down to 2 minutes to go in this football game. And again, the Wildcats can only stop the clock one more time. Eagles. 1st and 10 at the 44 of the Wildcats. Ramos gives it to Enovich. Enovich to the right, dives ahead to the 40-yard line, stays in bounds, gets 4 yards. 2nd down, 6. More importantly right now is the clock. 1:30 and counting. Gain of 5, 2nd and 5. And Springfield looks like they're in no hurry to use that last time out here. Well, the Eagles can sense it right now. 1:10 to play. 10-point lead. 2nd and 5 at the Wildcat 39. Quarterback Christian Ramos gets the snap, hands Enovich to the 37, slams his way down to the 36. And again, it'll be another 3rd down and 2. Under 1 minute to go. It's a 10-point lead. I mean, quite honestly, the Eagles really just need to run one more play here. .33 seconds to go. Enovich now over 200 yards for the day. 31 carries, 205 yards. And 2 touchdowns. 25 seconds to go. Out of the pistol, 3rd and 2. Ramos gives. Why not? Enovich, first down. And the Eagles can start celebrating with 15 seconds to go. Clock down to 10 seconds, 8 seconds. They don't need to run another play. Let the celebration begin. St. Edward has done it again. 5 state championships in 11 years. Final score here in Canton. St. Edward 23, Springfield 13. Tom Lombardo gets his 3rd state championship as the head coach of the Eagles, who again have won their 5th since 2010. And they did it again their way. Offense, defense, special teams. A lot of Danny Enovich, a lot of defensive pressure, and when they needed to, critical special teams plays. Congratulations to St. Edward, everybody associated with a great tradition, a great athletic department, a lot of great alums who are celebrating, and they deserve it. 23-13, the Eagles victorious tonight here at Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium. And it has been, well, I'll tell you, as bad as we felt last night for Hoban not being able to pick up the victory, in Division II, it has been, kind of on the flip side, a great day for Northeast Ohio on this Friday. Chardon, back-to-back state champions in Division III. And St. Edward back on top of Division I as they capture the championship 23-13. So we will step aside from here. There will be more coverage at WKYC.com. Going to head down to the field, get a word with Tom Lombardo, maybe a player or two, and get you some of the images of the celebration. And again, a reminder, we are back here tomorrow for Division V action. Kirtland and Versailles, 7:20 will be our start time for the D5 state championship. But again, congratulations to Chardon, and congratulations to St. Edward, champions again in Division I. Your final tonight, Eagles 23 and the Wildcats of Springfield 13. I'm Dave DiNatale for Tyler Carey and everybody back at our WKYC studios. Thank you for listening and watching here on our doubleheader. And again, congratulations to Chardon and St. Edward, two champions from Northeast Ohio. Have a great